Alright guys, so I am really excited about today's video because I am taking you guys to a thrift store that I do not frequent very often. This is not one that's in my normal thrifting rotation, but I have been here I think twice in the last month and a half, and I have had really good luck in this store. This is a thrift store that's local to Southern California, I believe only. I think there may be more, but they're in this area, but there's only 2 of them that I know of. And yeah, we're gonna head on inside and see what we can find today. They do not have a coupon system as far as I know, but they do have a color tag of the week that goes half off. And the last couple times I was here, the prices were very reasonable. So let's head on inside. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself by deciding to film here today, and I hope that we have a really good haul. So I decided to head straight to the shoes when I got in this thrift store, and I found these UGG waterproof boots. Now Uggs do have a style code right on the size tag, so they're super easy to look up. These ones are called the Kesey boot, K-E-S-E-Y, and the last pair pre-owned in this black colorway sold on eBay for $60. These ones were priced at $14.99, so I'm definitely grabbing these. They're in amazing condition. You can tell by the bottom of the boots. Now this next pair of shoes is a brand that I feel like a lot of people may easily pass over in the thrift store because it's just not as common, but that is a big mistake because this is definitely a Bolo brand, which stands for Be on the Lookout. It is Vessi, V-E-S-S-I, and you can tell these ones are in amazing condition. These resell around $60 to $70, and they typically sell very fast for me, so I am definitely grabbing these ones. I love anything with turtles on it, so this plate definitely caught my eye. However, I didn't even bother looking it up when I was in the thrift store because it was just a single plate and not a set. It is by a brand called Island Heritage. However, for the sake of this video, when I got home, I decided to check comps, and I could find no sold history for this plate on eBay. There is one listed, and it's only listed for around $12, so probably a good thing I passed on it. So next up in the hard goods, I spotted this vintage 1960s owl. This was priced at $5.99, so I decided to check comps on eBay because I really wanted to pick him up because I thought he was so cute. But there is a single one listed on eBay that has not sold for around $18. And then I checked the sold history, and there was a set of 2 that recently sold for $25. So for that reason, I decided to leave it behind because there just wasn't enough room for profit for me. And this is a bigger item, so it's a little, more difficult to ship and takes up a little bit more room to store. So sadly, had to leave this guy behind. This Lululemon Swiftly long sleeve definitely caught my eye because it was in amazing condition, and historically the Swiftly long sleeves have sold very well and very quickly for me in the past. However, I had to look this one up when I was in the store because it was priced at $14.99, which is a little much, but I'm really glad I did. We're going to talk about this a little bit more when I get home. Now, this next piece is just a vintage wall art piece. It is marked on the back. I think it says Sirocco. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I did pick this up to go in my Disney-themed office. I'm going to be starting decorating the walls in there, and I thought this was perfect. I'm always keeping an eye out for Vans collaborations. These ones are an MLB Los Angeles Dodgers collab, and while I'm not a fan at all of the Dodgers, I'm a huge Padres fan, I will still pick these up. The last ones to sell on eBay sold for $75, and they were the same exact size, men's size 10, and in pre-owned condition. The limited edition ones typically are harder to find, so people will turn to the secondhand marketplaces to pick those up. Now this next piece I had to look up because the price I thought was a little steep at $12.99 for this Lululemon piece, but I put it in my cart anyways because of the size. This is a women's size 14 Lululemon skirt, and I've had really good luck with quick sales, especially in newer styles and larger Lululemon sizes because I just think they're a little harder to find. I really liked the print on this skirt as well, so I checked comps on eBay and I saw one that sold recently for I think around $40. Really easy listing, really easy to ship, great condition, so I decided to grab this. These next pants are also by Lululemon. They are men's, however, and extra small is definitely not an ideal size, but these are a newer style. I think they're called the Balancer pants, and I decided to grab these. I'll put some comps up on the screen. Of course, these being an extra small, I'm thinking closer to like the $35, $30 price range, but to be honest, you guys, I might keep these. I love wearing jogger pants around the house. It's just like comfy lounge pants when I'm working, and I'm going to try these on. If they don't fit me, I will sell them. Even though they're men's pants, they're still just cozy. Tommy Bahama can be a tricky brand because I find so much of it where I live, but the sports collab with Tommy Bahama retails for quite a bit. I see these pullovers and things like this in the MLB store at the Padres Stadium, and this one's a San Diego State. I did look this up on eBay and I could only find one listed for $76, but I did see a button-up San Diego State Tommy Bahama shirt that sold for $60 recently. So for, I think this was only priced around $8.99. Let's see, you guys will see it on the screen in a second. Yeah, $8.99. I'm definitely grabbing this, even if it's only like $45. I'll be happy with that. This next basket I ended up just picking up for myself because I loved the color on it. I'm going to use it around Christmas time, and I thought the handle was so cool. It's just kind of like a woven egg-shaped basket, I think is what these are called. This did not have a price on it, but they ended up selling it to me for $3.99, which I thought was a great deal because if you get your baskets anywhere but a thrift store, they're very expensive. I had also put this Lily Pulitzer tumbler in my cart to look up because it was new with tags. It has a really pretty pattern. Lily Pulitzer stuff usually does pretty good. But when I looked these up on eBay, it looks like they're only selling for about $18 with free shipping. So for $4, even though this is new, it would be an easy listing. I decided to pass, just wasn't worth it for me. But I did, however, grab this Mira bag. I think it says like peace, patience, kindness, goodness on it, which I really liked. This is about a $35 to $40 sale on eBay. I saw these giant Raggedy Ann dolls sitting over here, so I decided to look them up, and while there are some listed very high, when you actually look at solds, I didn't see very good comps, and there's quite a few listed, so I decided to leave these behind just because they are so large, and there was some staining on them, so they weren't in the best condition either. This next find had me freaking out. I love this piece so much. It's a vintage Pamela McCoy is the brand. I wasn't familiar with this brand, but I could tell the quality instantly. It is genuine leather embroidered with some like eyelet details and design all over it. Leather jacket in blue, which I feel like is a little more rare. Now, comps on her vintage leather jackets are all over the place. There's some very high and some on the lower end, but this one with all of the detail I feel like is definitely a higher end piece. I would say anywhere from $70 to $100 for this jacket. I just think it's absolutely incredible. The quality is there. So I am going to list this one high. I could not find any others that are this exact one anywhere online, which also makes it, one of those items I can kind of price however I want. And yeah, this piece is just absolutely incredible. I did pay up a little bit for it at $11.99, but I feel like that was a really good deal. Next up, I found these snowboard pants that were really nice quality. I don't find a lot of snowboard pants where I live in Southern California, so when I do, I'm alwait's checking them out to see if I want to pick them up. This brand is called Capel. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The E is a backwards, or the E is a 3, so I'm not sure if it's pronounced Capel or not. But these are brown. They are tweed, very, very nice quality, and they do have big wooden buttons, which I absolutely love. Now, these I did pay up for, and again, comps with this brand are a little bit all over the place, but this pair I feel like will do well just because of how they look. I really like this exact style, and I could not find any other listed in this brown tweed. I think I paid around $20 for these, but I'm going to list them around probably $75 to $85. This next piece is absolutely stunning, but it is another one that I took a chance on because it was priced a little bit high. It is a vintage fur coat. I do think the black part is a faux fur, but the collar and the bottom hem does feel like real genuine fur to me. I'm not 100% sure on that. There is no brand tag on this, but it is definitely vintage. It has a dry clean only tag down below, and I did find one on Etsy that looks very similar, possibly even the same one, listed for over $100. But comps are very mixed on these vintage jackets like this. There's some that have sold for quite a bit. There's some that haven't. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk on this. I am going to price it on the higher end and just kind of see what happens. May not be the fastest seller, but I think it'll do well. It's a very pretty jacket, but it's going to take the right buyer. These next shoes were behind their glass counter. I did ask to see them because I have done really well with this brand in the past. It's called Xero, Xero, and these were priced at $25, which I know is a little steep, but I do think we can quickly and easily double our money on these. They were brand new, so they will be easy to photograph, list, and a quick double up on our money. If they weren't brand new, I probably wouldn't have paid that $25 for them, but I do really like selling that brand. I was getting ready to check out when I saw one of the girls that works at this thrift store coming out with a new clothing rack. I saw one of the sleeves of this Spirit jersey sticking out, so I headed right over to grab it. I knew instantly what it was. It's a Disneyland Spirit jersey in kind of like the Little Mermaid colorway, the teal and the purple. I have been wanting one of these in this colorway, and this one is my size, so I'm grabbing this for myself. We do have passes to Disney, so I will definitely be getting lots of use out of this one. This next piece I did not pick up, but I wanted to show it to you guys because I thought it was so cute. It's a strawberry welcome sign. I did, however, pick this piece up though. It is a sea glass, like bird art picture. It is signed by the artist. I could not find this exact one. I don't know if this is kind of a one-off piece or if there are multiple like this, but there is a cute little nest with some little bird eggs, kind of 3D art with the tree branch. And when I looked these up on eBay, it looks like they're selling anywhere in the $35 to $50 range. So I'm absolutely grabbing this one. I just think it is so precious. Now, I thought I struck gold with this next bag find. It is a Longchamp or Longchamp. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know how to pronounce it down below. But after doing some investigation, this one is not authentic. So I did have to pass on this. I was initially really excited though because I've never found this brand and I'm still on the hunt for it. So hopefully someday I will find an authentic one, not necessarily for myself because I don't really need one, but to resell. I found this vintage baby Disney blanket and I absolutely love this. I did try to Google image search it and I could only find one listed on eBay for around $39, but it does have 3 watchers on it. This one was in such good condition, and you guys know I love Disney stuff so much. I just felt like I needed to rescue this and find it a new home. It was only priced at $6.99, so hopefully I can get somewhere around $30 for it is kind of what I'm hoping for. But so cute. I may have struck out with the Longchamp bag, but I did find this Patricia Nash genuine leather little crossbody bag, and I love this one. If I didn't already have a purse very similar to this bag, I have a small brown leather purse by Fry. I would absolutely keep this one, but because I don't really need it, I'm going to be reselling it, but this was definitely a good find. So this was a new cart that came out, and I noticed there was a bunch of these Willow Tree boxes. They're all the same thing. They were all Gentle Animals of the Stable 3-piece set, and I'm assuming they were all brand new. I only opened one of them, and the one that I did open was brand new. They were all priced at $10. Now, if you noticed at this thrift store, there are no carts. There's only these little baskets, and my basket was overflowing, and I had stuff in my hands as well, so I was only able to grab one of these to carry up to the register. I was going to ask if I can go back and grab a few more, but this was they bring the carts out at the back of the store, and there was a line of people behind me, so I felt like I needed to just check out as soon as possible. So I only did end up grabbing one of them, which may have been a bad decision on my part because it does look like these sell for around $60 to $70 brand new. However, there are a lot listed and the sell-through rate is a little slow, so they may not sell very fast. So maybe it's not a bad thing that I only grabbed one. If I go back and there happens to be more, maybe I'll grab some more, but I'm guessing these will get swooped up pretty quickly. So I only left with one of them, but I think I left like 4 or 5 of them behind. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that thrift trip. I do want to talk about a couple things really quick. So first off, I did grab one more thing that I don't think I got on camera because I saw it last minute. But this is just a beautiful blue glass. It does have like a blue tint to it, like enamel and metal perfume bottle. I will try to put some comps up on the screen if I can find any, but I love finding like vintage vanity stuff. I've sold vintage vanity stuff before, and you know, not a huge seller on this, but it's so beautiful. I could not leave it behind. Absolutely love that piece. And then I wanted to talk a little bit more about this Lululemon Swiftly. This is why it's important to always look up pieces that you feel might be I guess a little more substantial than your typical Swiftly. The reason I looked it up is because of all of the rainbow colors in the fabric here. Like I said, I have sold Swiftlys before in the past. They typically sell very well for me, and they typically sell, I think, anywhere from like $25 to $45 in that range, depending on the size and color. But with this one being priced at $14.99, if it was just one that would sell in the $25 to $45 price range, I may not have picked it up because, you know, $15 is a little steep. If you guys didn't know, the size on these is right in the bottom hem of the shirt here. So this one is a size 4 for anyone wondering. But yeah, I will pop the comps up again. I'm not sure if I already popped them up earlier or not, but you can see these are the last few that have sold on eBay. That this piece is, I guess, a more rare piece in the rainbow colored fabric. So $15 into a $70 to $100 sale is amazing. So I'm really excited about that. I do plan on taking you guys thrifting with me a little more often. I have a lot of what sold videos that are going to continue to come out so you guys can see what's actually selling for me. So you guys can keep an eye out for similar items when you're out thrifting. If you're also getting into reselling or have been reselling and are trying to expand into a few more categories. I sell primarily in the clothing. Shoes is probably my #1 thing. I know a lot of people started following me to learn shoe brands. That's my #1 selling category, but I do clothing, men's and women's, occasionally a few kids things, not really something I look for though. I just have kids that I sell their clothes. And then hard goods. I've been branching into hard goods, and I've been loving learning that category a lot. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys follow along. Let me know what your favorite item from this haul was. I would say this because I feel like this is a really cool find, but to be honest, you guys, my favorite find, I think, from this entire haul was that blue leather embroidered jacket. I just think that jacket is so cool. Very, very neat. I know a girl came up to me when she saw me pull it off one of the new racks, and she was like, oh my gosh, I love that jacket. She asked me if she could look at it. And she was like, man, this is such a good find. And I feel the same way. I was so excited about it. If I had anywhere to wear that, I would absolutely wear it before I sold it, but I don't think I'll have anywhere to go wearing a jacket like that, but it will be for sale. I always have my online stores linked down below. And yeah, guys, let me know what your favorite find from this haul was, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.